Hey guys, this is Johnny Smash for the JS League of Legends channel, and today I'm doing an Anivia commentary, and you can see I have the awesome Anivia Bird of Prey skin that just makes her look like an eagle. I love like how awesome and lame that one is, but by being so lame, it's awesome. But it's not lame. So anyways, that Akali that loaded last, you can see the guy on the other team is like, upgrade your RAM. And now I know from watching this video, it took her 4 freaking minutes to load. That's probably the longest I'd ever seen. I was just sitting there forever. And it was, this is actually my first ranked game. I finally decided, you know, I gotta find out what my elo is so that you guys like know whether I'm a scrub or not, although I'm sure people would be fine calling me scrubs anyway because that's just how people on the internet are. And I've got solo mid here. I kind of looked at the roster and I was like, oh, none of these guys are gonna solo probably, so I just headed towards mid. Usually I'll happily take a side lane, but I am really good at with Anivia, and I can usually carry the team, so I do like to solo with her. And plus, she's so good solo because her ult, you can just farm waves of creeps, and it almost hurts your ally because you're just going to be killing all those creeps so easily that they're not going to get any last hits. And since it's pretty easy for her to not miss any last hits, having a solo lane where she gets every hit is like super awesome. And she levels up really well. She gets like gets a lot of damage. So I think that was Kassadin mid. Back when I played a few months ago, Kassadin was not very good. This was like several months ago. So I never really got much playtime against him. But I mean, I know his main thing is that he can blink a lot. I think he has some kind of silence. He shoots some kind of orb thing. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog in the background, but he just like growled, so I hope he doesn't like start barking or something and like confusing you guys, like thinking it's happening in your life, in your world, because this is just League of Legends commentary. So if you hear any dog sounds, don't like freak out. And anyways, at the beginning, I don't like to harass with just when I only have the Q, because well, I mean, I do it once, usually like once, maybe twice, because like the Q-E combo does so much damage, so it's like, why don't you just wait till level 2 when you can deal way more damage with the combo and not waste your mana on just using the Q. And a lot of people are so bad at dodging the Q. I don't know if I'm like good at aiming it and predicting or something, but like people seem to like just run straight away. Like you saw how he like ran away from it like it's like he's gonna outrun it. You just gotta dodge to the side. You just gotta move parallel. It's like how when you watch like old cartoons and someone was running from a train, like it's like just get off the train tracks. Don't try to outrun the train. Like I just don't get it. But I mean, Anivia is not that much of a played character, and I've played her so much that I'm really able to notice what's going on when I play against her. So, oh, I almost got the E off on that. She's so good at harassing with the Q and the E. It's just such a good damage combo. And on this build I do, I didn't really look for a new Anivia. Yeah, you can see just I'm just dealing so much damage, but Kassadin does seem like he has a pretty good amount of health bars there. But this guide, I didn't even look for new Anivia guides because I always do so good with this Anivia guide, and none of the items that I can recall off the top of my head, none of them really changed very much. So I figured why broke it? Why broke it if it ain't fixed? Why fix it if it ain't broke or something? I totally butchered that. I totally forgot how to say that. But and this guide does recommend you just I think it's like one level the Q, and then you just get E over the Q, and you get your ult whenever you can. And then after everything else is max, you get W. Now, W is so freaking good, even with one level in it. So like, I always consider getting a one level of W early, but I don't know. I just always do so good with this build. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to tempt fate and like have someone get away with like 40 HP because I didn't deal enough damage or something. And So let's see here, and let me make sure I can sync the audio. I'm just gonna say what time it is I see on the clock. 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay, that'll help me sync the audio because I always have to like mess with it and try to get it just right, and having me saying the times makes it a lot easier. So our looks like our turret was fortified there for a second. And now I feel like I should be ganking bot soon, because bot is pushed all the way to our tower. They even had to use fortify. I think I might go, I mean, I feel like I would go right now, but on the other hand, I'm so close to getting the ult. But I do like to gank a lot when I'm mid because it gets you a lot of free kills. People do ward sometimes. I feel like my elo goes just up and down because sometimes it seems like they have the wards, sometimes it doesn't. But that's the reason we're playing ranked. I mean, well, this is my first ranked game, so I've got to have like whatever the average base elo is. I think it's like 1200 or something. It doesn't tell me until I play a few games. I was getting a little ballsy there moving up, but I mean, Anivia, she does have the passive where if she dies, she turns into an egg and then she comes back to life after a few seconds. And I should say her Q is the ability that shoots. Her Q is the ability that shoots that orb, and then you can press Q again to activate the orb to stun and damage them. And then the E just does a lot of damage, but it does way more damage if they've been hit by your Q or your ultimate recently. And your ultimate just lays down a circle of AoE damage. It does a ton of damage. Well, not like a super ton, but it's just a toggle AoE. If you turn, you really usually just stop it for mana issues. And I was being a little too aggressive there. You might think, oh, well, you have the passive. It doesn't really matter. But it's now I now really have to be too careful for the next several minutes. And I'm just kind of, my opportunity to gank has kind of passed. Bottom lane is pushed. Why? I don't know why no one is in top lane. I guess there's just some kills or something. I can't wait till they have replays. So instead of just looking at me, like, or even my own games, you can just see what's going on all over the map. But I don't know. I hope this is interesting to you guys. And you see, you can just activate your ult for a little mana. It's Anivia is so mana intensive, but I've got the Doran's ring and clarity, but she's so mana intensive. I don't remember what runes I get on this build. I think it's a lot of AP runes. And like I said, I just don't mess with this build because I probably, I just have such a high win rate. It's got to be like at least 3/4 of my games I win with Anivia. I'm not really sure. But I do play Anivia whenever, like if I'm playing with some friends, I don't want them to have a bad game. I'll usually play with Anivia. I don't know if I'm just good with Anivia or if she's just overpowered. I've heard people call her overpowered. I think she's very, very high tier and good. And she's fun to play, and she does take a good amount of skill. It's hard to say any character takes a lot of skill in this game just because you only got 4 abilities. Like, and you only have one character to control at a time. So it's not like StarCraft or like, I don't know, like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, there's like a lot more spells, but they have longer cooldowns. But World of Warcraft combat's kind of similar. I don't know what I'm talking about World of Warcraft. Let's get back to this game. And the first item that this build goes for is Catalyst the Protector to build into Rod of Ages. And I just love Rod of Ages. I don't know, maybe I'll try Rod of Ages on Nunu because, I don't know, I just don't like the Mage's Soul Stealer. But Anivia, one of the things, like, watch this ult here. She just farms so well with the ult. Like, you can just get so many last hits, you get way too many items. She's kind of like Cho, where one of the best things about them is just that you can just farm and get whatever the heck items you want. And that's, I don't know, I feel like there's kind of a discrepancy between some characters. Like, why would I play Nunu over Anivia when Anivia is also going to have great AoE damage and but she can just farm better and be more survivable, have more AP. I mean, obviously they're really different characters, but I don't know, it kind of bothers me when one character is so much better at farming than another, when they kind of have similar roles, even though they are different characters. And Anivia's ult does some good AoE damage. If you play against an Anivia, I recommend you at least try to like stun her during the fight, just to stop her ult, because they'll put on cooldown. I think it's like a 6-second cooldown, and if you put her ult on cooldown, that's just going to take away so much of her potential damage. So here I blink in, put down the ult, that makes my E do more damage. I go for the lowest health squishy guy. Renekton walks into the ult. My passive isn't up, but do I die here? I feel like, no, I barely live. But you can see it was a big deal that I died earlier because it put my passive on cooldown, and I almost just died for real. But that's another thing about Anivia. Her passive is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know, when I play against Anivia, I don't know what to do sometimes. Like, I don't feel like focusing her down is that good, because if when she comes back from the egg, she'll just be at full health and she'll just burst you down. I feel like it's best to throw a stun on her to end her ult early. Then all she's got is her Q, which is really good. You could make it like an AoE stun type thing, and her E does a lot of single target damage, but her ult is the main thing. Okay guys, I just pause it for a sec there, and I do have to resync the audio, so let me look at the time. 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, that'll help. I really need some kind of program that lets me just record while I watch it and saves where I am, instead of using Windows Media Player and just recording it in an audio program. But yeah, you can see Anivia just farms at those creep waves. I mean, I am pretty good at, like, if I was playing Nuno, I am pretty good at getting the last hits on those creeps and waiting for the right moment to attack them, but Anivia just makes it so easy. If I was Nuno, I'd still be back there trying to hit them. Let's see. Oh, the Galio's calling everyone that's MIA. Here I'm going to gank this guy. Now I'm going to use my Psychic Q ability, but it did not work. And I was kind of thinking while I was doing that, it looks, yeah, we don't get him. I really messed that one up, and you can see even though the characters are pretty easy to do, I messed that one up, and the reason I did was because okay, here I'm getting ganked by Cass. I have my passive up, so I'm not too worried. But I think they might actually get me here. Yeah, Blitz can't really do anything. So that was just bad. I should not have headed back into their forest, especially when someone said that they were all MIA. But anyways, when I was ganking Gangplank, wow, that's hard to say. Ganking Gangplank, wow, that's annoying. When I was ganking him, I led the shot with the Q, and if he would have been able to see into the forest, he would have started running back towards his tower, and I probably would have hit him right on, but he didn't see me yet, so why is he just going to start running back randomly? Like, I led the shot for no reason. I should have directed it right at him, which is something I'm not used to, because usually people are running away. They're not just standing there, but I should have recognized that he wasn't going to just start running in a random direction when he's trying to last hit creeps. I should have just put the Q right on him. And I kind of realized that as I was doing it, like, I was thinking, is he going to run back? Like when I was about to shoot the Q? So that alarm went off in my head, but it's a lesson learned. And like, even if you play a character a lot of times, there's just little stuff like that you might not think about, or like, I mean, that can separate the skill difference in different players sometimes. And Cass is, it seemed like he was moving to the perpendicular to me to try to dodge my Q in anticipation of it, but he's getting a little better at dodging it. I don't know if Anivia will be as good in higher elo, because I feel like people will notice stun out of the ult and they'll be able to dodge the Q easier. In team fights, it's hard to dodge it because you're usually going to be fairly close to them.